We're all taught that honoring our parents means one thing: staying close, being there, and taking care of them. It's this ancient virtue called filial piety. But what if that entire idea, what if we've got it all wrong? So let's just start with a question that feels completely backward, right? What if the absolute best, most honorable thing you could do for your parents isn't to stay by their side, but to actually leave? It's a radical idea, I know, and it's at the very heart of what we're going to unpack today. Okay, so to really understand why leaving might be the answer, we have to first look at the traditional definition of filial piety, or hyo as it's known in Korean. This is the version most of us know, that familiar, well-trodden path of duty. So, what does that traditional hyo actually look like? Well, at its core, it's all about physical presence. It means being right there, day in and day out, to support your parents as they get older. Proximity, being close. That's everything. And this devotion, it showed up in really direct physical ways, giving them medicine, helping with meals, just being a constant presence. And society? Society absolutely reinforced this. People would literally sacrifice their own dreams and opportunities, and for that, they could get awards, even have monuments built to celebrate their incredible piety. But, and this is a big but, this path of devotion comes with a heavy and often unspoken price. So what exactly is the unseen cost of this traditional model? Well, there it is. The hidden sacrifice is the child's own life. The path of personal growth, of reaching your potential, of chasing your dreams, it just kind of withers away. The child's entire focus shifts from their own future to simply maintaining their parents' present. And this can lead to a really devastating mindset, which is captured perfectly in this quote from the source material. "I was born simply to take care of my parents." I mean, wow. The child's whole identity can get so wrapped up in caregiving that they feel like that's their only purpose for existing. And right here, this is where the perspective completely flips. Instead of just focusing on treating the symptoms, like a parent's illness or their need for care, the source asks a much, much deeper question. Why are the parents even unwell to begin with? And this is the core argument. The idea is that a parent's illness isn't just, biology. It's a physical manifestation of sorrow. And where does that sorrow come from? It comes from seeing their own child live a small, unfulfilled life right there by their side. Their pain is a sign that their child isn't out in the world where they're meant to be. So, if direct physical care isn't the real goal, then what is? Well, this is where a new paradigm comes in, one that shifts the entire focus away from just duty and toward something much bigger: a parent's genuine, profound happiness. Just look at this slide. It lays out the two paths so clearly. On one side, you have the child who stays home. Their impact on the world is limited, and the parent, seeing all this trapped potential, feels sad and can even become ill. But on the other side, the child leaves for a greater cause. They serve humanity, and the parent, they're filled with pride. They feel joyful, and they actually become healthier. It's a total paradox. Distance creates well-being. The logic here is actually pretty simple when you think about it. A child is meant to grow beyond the home. Sure, small work can be done locally, but great work, the kind of work that really moves the needle and makes a huge impact on society, that requires you to go out into the world. All right, so you're probably asking, how does this actually work in practice, right? How does a child's success out in the world translate into real care for their parents back home? Let's trace the mechanics of this amazing ripple effect. It's this beautiful cycle, really. It all starts with the child going out and doing great work that benefits society. That work earns them respect. Then that respect reflects back onto their parents. And finally, the community that respects you so much will, in turn, help care for your parent. I mean, think about it. Your good reputation becomes a kind of shield of support for your family. If thousands of people respect you, you're not going to have to go home to give your parents a massage. Why? Because the people who respect you will make sure your parents are looked after. Your success actually mobilizes the community to support your family. Now get ready for this, because the source material makes a truly radical point with this quote. In this new way of thinking, personally giving your parents medicine is considered unfilial. Why? Because it implies you haven't become great enough for society to step in and do it for you. It means you're still doing the small work. So what does this ultimate form of filial piety look like then? It's a huge shift in thinking, a move away from personal attachment and toward a much, much broader contribution to the world. And here's the final crucial point.
Staying home just because you're attached can actually be a selfish act. It might satisfy your need to be close, but it denies your parents the incredible pride and joy that comes from watching you achieve your full potential and make a real difference in the world.
So let's quickly recap the new rules, the new commandments of filial piety for our time. First, your success is your parents' happiness. Second, to truly serve your family, you must first serve society. Third, you have to leave home to do your greatest work. And fourth, the respect you earn will become a protective cloak for your parents.
Here's a really great way to think about it. We all get the idea of working hard to create a better world for our own children, for the next generation, right? Well, this is the exact same principle, just applied backwards. You honor the previous generation, your parents, by making the society they live in better through your contributions. And so we end up right back where we started, but hopefully with a totally new perspective. I'll leave you with this one question to think about. In your own life, is your sense of devotion a force that's building your family up? Or could it be an anchor of attachment that's holding everyone, including yourself, back from true greatness?